Hi everyone, I'm Janet from Rainbow Plate. I'm so glad you came back to join me here today. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to be a rainbow food explorer. When you think about food, what's the first thing that you think of? Eating, probably. I do. Food is pretty much fuel for our bodies. But if we become rainbow food explorers, we can discover that food is so much more. Food is a way for us to connect to the world around us, to connect with other people, to learn about other cultures, traditions. So what is an explorer? Explorers are usually people that go to new places. You can be a rainbow food explorer wherever you are, and all you need is your body and your 5 senses. Your eyes, your sense of sight, help us to see things like size, shape, colors, textures, and features of different foods. Our fingers, our sense of touch. We can feel all kinds of incredible textures and weights and surfaces with food. Our nose, of course, is our sense of smell. And if we really use it to smell food, we can discover such amazing aromas and fragrances, and that's connected to our sense of taste. We use our mouth to taste food, and that's where magic really happens, discovering flavors and temperatures and characteristics that really help us enjoy the experience of eating. And you can even use your ears and your sense of hearing in exploring food. We can think about the way food sounds when we eat it, and we can discover about the food itself by seeing the sounds that it makes. I want to show you a little bit about how to be a rainbow food explorer. Let's start with our sense of sight. Do you know what this is? It's a vegetable. It's called Kohlrabi. It has some incredible things coming up on the side. And did you know that the kohlrabi is actually the stem of the plant that it grows in? This part grows above the ground, and these are some of the branches. They've been broken off, but they grow above the ground. If I wanted to show how rainbow food explorers use their fingers and their sense of touch, I probably would pick this beautiful kale. I grew this in my garden, and this particular kale is called Tuscan kale, or lacinato kale, but it has another name too, and to me it has to do with the way that it feels. Take a good look and imagine how it feels if I run my fingers over the surface of this kale leaf. It's super bumpy. Well, did you know that its name is also dinosaur kale? That's right, and that's because the surface and the way that its texture looks reminds a lot of people of the skin of a dinosaur. What about smell? This is an incredible vegetable. It's called fennel. Wow. Fennel smells and tastes like licorice. It's almost minty or kind of sweet. And when you cut it up, the smell gets even stronger. Have you ever noticed that when you close your eyes, the smell of things gets even stronger? I find that all the time. The next one up is probably taste. There's an entire rainbow of fabulous things to taste, but I'm gonna pick one and I'll tell you why. I've got an amazing little tomato that I picked from my garden this morning. Do you grow tomatoes at home? If you don't, maybe you can find a community garden or somewhere nearby where you can try tomatoes that have ripened in the sun. Because when you bite into a tomato, a summertime fresh tomato, it's like an explosion. Sweet, juicy, tangy, delicious, and all of those flavors tell us about this tomato and the fact that it grew in the beautiful sunshine close by. The last of our 5 senses that we can use as a rainbow food explorer is our sense of hearing. So we could explore all kinds of different foods, but when you think of foods that make a loud sound, most people will think of a loud and crunchy carrot. Other foods are crunchy too, and we can crunch and hear such a sound as we snap them or when we chew them. A really cool experiment is to try crunching foods with your ears covered and with your ears uncovered and see the difference. If we really slow down and we use all of our senses to explore food as we go, it really affects our experience of eating. Did you know that when you smell or hear food, it starts our digestive system going? It's your body's way of saying, we're gonna eat soon, and your body starts to get ready. The other thing that's amazing is the way that all of our different senses are connected to our experience of eating. Did you know that when we smell food, it affects our taste? I want you to try an experiment. Pick a food, maybe a beautiful, sweet summer peach. But first, try eating it with your nose plugged and see how you experience the way it tastes. Have you ever heard the expression, we eat with our eyes first? It's true, because when our food looks beautiful and appealing, we really do enjoy it more. Thanks for coming by. I can't wait to see and hear all about your rainbow food exploring adventures. Take care.